Hi, I'm PJ, and I'm joined by Starfleet Boy, and this is Boat Wreck.
Woo! Dun, dun, dun,
Ooh.
dun, 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 dun.
Well, you did it, so I don't have to do it now.
Ah!
Welcome back to another exciting commentary for Star Trek Discovery. We are at episode 8 in season 2, and it is the crazy episode, if memory serves. And Blue says, Starfleet Boy After Dark was crazy good last night.
It was fun.
You had
That
the
was a lot
dude who
of
play.
fun.
You had the dude who played the Mandalorian on your fucking show. It's crazy. Like, actually, one of the three guys, isn't it? There's one. There's a
Yeah.
martial arts guy. There's Pedro Pascal, who they don't want to
But,
pay to be on set for too long.
yeah, I guess that makes sense.
And
And then the weapons expert,
yeah, Brendan
Wayne,
Wayne.
which also he is the grandson of John Wayne, which is really crazy. It was cool. It felt like I was experiencing something historic in a weird way.
I love how he's like talking about, yeah, my granddad was like all very goofy and silly and stuff, and
Yeah.
you're literally picturing John Wayne. It's like holy shit. But
Picturing John Wayne wearing short shorts and like
that's exactly like a Hawaiian shirt, short shorts,
Hawaiian shorts. It's
by the
like
pool
really
with the
cool.
grandkids.
Playing pranks on them.
I
That's
like
funny with the cellophane and stuff. That was cool.
I love that in show business families, like the Sarsgaard brothers and father. And you got Ben Stiller, and I didn't know Ben Stiller's father was Jerry Stiller for the longest time.
Oh, that's funny.
And same thing with Debbie Reynolds and
And
Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher, yeah.
It took me a while to figure out. Oh, it's mother and daughter, right?
Yep. Yo, Geek and Review, what up?
By the way, the guy who stars in Tenet, people even now, what's his name again? Dude in Tenet. What? David Washington?
Is it David Washington? Let me
Tenet.
see. IMDb, Tenet. It would be... Come on. Pull up.
Of course, my fucking shit's freezing.
Let's see.
Why is this so difficult to find?
It's not loading for me.
Yeah, mine's
Why
all
not?
screwed up too. Oh no!
Does anyone in the audience know who the actor
This
in
is
Tenet is?
sabotage. John David Washington. A lot of people don't realize that he's Denzel Washington's son.
What?
You
I
didn't
had
know
no
that?
idea.
Okay, really?
Now I
Okay.
see his dad's good looks in him, but yeah, I had no idea.
Sometimes if you're not looking at John David Washington when he speaks, sometimes, not all the time, he sounds exactly like his father.
Oh, I have to pay attention.
Yeah, John David. Yeah, so we got this the point I was going to get to was, and Ethan Peck, who plays Spock, is the grandson
Of Gregory Peck.
Gregory Peck, and
Yeah.
I'm sure Ethan Peck's grandkids will be in
Movies and maybe
Movies
some
and
of them.
TV
Yeah,
shows.
that's true. I hope we can get Ethan Peck on Starfleet Boy After Dark, so I can say that I have a thing, like a fetish of getting grandchildren of famous Hollywood golden era actors and actresses.
Well, in the case of Brendan Wayne, like the most impressive thing was that he's in the Mandalorian.
Yeah, it's
like
pretty impressive.
he's walking around. I looked at because when you guys were talking,
And he does Boba Fett too, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool. Because when I looked when I was there, I was looking him up, right? Not that I doubted that who he was. It's just I wanted
You
to
just
see
were
his-
curious about who he was. You were curious
And,
about him more. Yeah.
I saw him on Sons of Anarchy and stuff like that, but I saw a picture of him in the Mando suit. I was like, oh, it's so cool. It's so cool.
That was a coup, as they say. It was quite a moment.
And now you can say that you had a Starfleet Boy After Dark that had both an actor from Star Trek and
And
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars on at the same time. Yeah, it was cool.
What other Trek YouTubers can say that? Seriously.
I bet there's someone else, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's not an often thing. Yeah, I bet.
So, okay. This episode is the one with the Telosians.
Yes,
Just to remind you. I have it queued up
if
right
memory
at...
serves.
Yeah, right at the this very interesting recap.
I'm ready to
So
go.
we're going to
too.
start. We're going to do a 3-second countdown. 3, 2, 1, go.
Previously on Star Trek. Dude, a ship in trouble making a forced landing, sir.
I like how they're using the non-remastered version.
Oh yeah, you can see the film grain and the old planet. Yeah, the original footage, in other words. It is nice touch. This is really giving me Trekkie goosebumps, by the way. I like it. It reminds me in the 90s they did little montages like this where stuff would fly off the screen and they would do these like weird sounds and stuff.
Home Improvement was famous for that.
Oh,
Their transitions were they were all digital.
That's right.
They all did some kind of trickery where cut out stuff. See, those Telosians look like that's classic. That is so classic. That alien look. That's like one of the first memories I have of an alien.
Yeah, me too.
Isn't it so great that he looks not
so
exactly like him, but so much like him?
So much like him, yeah.
It's great. I love the music behind here.
Geek and Review, hype it up for me. I'll retweet it. I'm always a little shy, but I might do it. I might put out a tweet. Oh, that was Discovery's famous twisty cameras. Those guys are not real.
Yeah. They're like...
It's a naughty computer.
I am deliberately not looking at this scene for a second while I'm looking at something because I can't stand the amount of haze and light flare. I know something's going on outside that window, sure, whatever, but it's very distracting. In fact, I can pay attention to the scene more if I don't look at it.
Oh, Leland.
Oh, shut your mouth, white male.
Would you... It wouldn't matter. It's just...
I know, I'm just...
But I think it's funny that you went to that.
Yeah, I'm joking, folks. Don't
cancel PJ. I need to do the rest.
Don't get on my back.
It's
like last night when I was like crapping all over the Irish and like making fun of the Scottish. Somebody's gonna be like, he hates us. I'm like, no, I love you. That's why I make fun. I love Australian accents too, and New Zealand accents.
And whatever Sean's accent is,
they're delicious. Basically, any accent that's not mine. I'm trying to look up the director for this. Where is he to? Well, we'll see it in the credits, I guess.
Yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head.
They should put, like, when you look up an episode, they should kind of put that in the forefront, and you kind of got to look for it.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of lens flare in this episode.
Not only that, if I remember correctly, this particular episode, it's only really this episode, where every time you see the hallways or you're in a room or anything where you're looking anywhere, inside, not outside, there's exterior shots, I'm not talking about that, but it's like smoke and haze. It's like the director's like, okay, we need to put like more haze and smoke in here and like light that haze and smoke up on top of, let's do like a lot of lens flares and obscure the actor's face a lot. You'll see it, just watch.
What's up with Section 31 wearing like fetish leather?
Well, they like to get freaky dicky.
Geek and Review wants to know if you ever watch Wellington Paranormal.
Is that the spin-off of What We Do in the Shadows? What is it? Wellington.
Wellington
Wellington.
Paranormal. That makes sense because Wellington is in New Zealand, so maybe. Hmm.
Yes. No. Sean told me about that. Sean has seen it. It is.
Oh, look at that.
It is the first spin-off of What We Do in the Shadows. Technically, I guess, but the second spin-off is the actual TV show What We Do in the Shadows, which takes place in the movie universe. Also, they were going to do a movie called Werewolves, as in We Are Wolves. Yeah, I love all that. I love What We Do in the Shadows. I recommend it to anyone.
There's my lumberjack.
Gonna chop down a couple of trees. What's that lumberjack dude's name? Famous Paul Bunyan.
Paul Bunyan, yeah.
It's like I'm a giant. He's a giant lumberjack, right?
Giant lumberjack, yeah.
I'm a giant lumberjack.
This is
and everything's in proportion.
This is how black holes look after the movie. What was that movie called? But anyways, that's how black holes actually are supposed to look. Interstellar. Thank you. Yeah. Man,
I like that. I like that push and the thing that he does.
She's like, and he's like, no, no, sister.
You know what? This episode is probably going to be a lot better than I remember it. Aside from the fucking haze everywhere and the flare in like 75% of the shots.
Yeah.
Like literally it's fucking everywhere. And haze, it's always hazy. And it's this episode. The other episodes aren't like that.
So they're doing some kind of filter.
TJ Scott directed this, so
okay.
it's his deal, and I don't think he got a lot of directing work on Discovery.
He can review watch 3 seasons in 4 days. Dang, those are binges.
There are 3. If I could pick 3 directors to do all of Discovery, like a rotation of like just these 3, it would be Jonathan Frakes, and I always butcher this guy's name, Olatunde
Osunsami, I think, yeah.
Olatunde Osunsami.
Yeah.
And Hanley Culpepper.
I knew you were going to say Hanley Culpepper. Yeah, they're the 3 strongest directors on...
Without a doubt,
on current Star Trek, yeah, I would say so.
Even though, I can certainly object to some of the material that Frakes and each one of the other 2 get. Like, Frakes directs great up until... I forget which episode it is.
It's one in season 3, right? That you didn't think was that great that he does?
Yes, I think so.
He does 2 this season. We already saw 1.
Yes, he directs the best 2 episodes of this season 2. Well, 2 of my, I would say, favorite. I would have to think about it again, but New Eden and Project Daedalus.
Project Daedalus.
Which is the next episode.
We're at 8 minutes 26 seconds, 27, 28, 29, 30. 8 minutes 30 seconds. Not much has changed. Should feel pretty familiar.
I gotta get this guy's name right. Oh, say again. Oh,
I think it's Olatunde
Olatunde. God damn it. Awishikun was something I figured out right away, and I was saying it before everybody else, and some names I just can't remember.
Here we go.
I was calling Hanley Culpepper Hanel,
yeah. I knew it was Hanley for some reason. Like the land called Hanley. Puff the magic dragon
lives by the
The
sea.
sea. And frolics in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu.
Strange how we know that song.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Is
we're
he
old
wearing
enough.
like a... Oh, here we go.
No,
No,
this
not
is
yet,
not
not yet.
not yet. But see the haze and the glare in every fucking shot.
Yeah, are they doing that practically? Like, is there smoke, do
I
you think?
think, yeah, it has to be some kind of like they pump the set a bit
With something, right? Because
because you
it
don't get that.
looks...
Even here, look, even on the bridge, it's slightly hazier.
And you can see the lights are you know how you can see beams of light in haze?
Yeah,
Yeah, some of the scenes that are hazy, you can see the light being hazy
maybe
like
this
just
was
now.
maybe today was 420, and everybody's just
The entire ship is a hot box.
yeah.
That's pretty funny.
I like how Pike speaks to Tyler every time, and it gets to a point where he's cool with him. I guess I can't remember if he is, but big squid.
So they're back in orbit around Kaminar, like they came back or something, I guess, because they're collecting all this debris.
Yeah.
So I really like Talos upgraded or whatever you want to call it, like the 4K Talos.
Yeah, I mean they suck the color out of everything. Everything looks so flat to me. And
Yeah, I feel like it should have been warmer tones because it was like a canyon.
yeah,
If it's the same spot, anyways. So this is the first time we're seeing Talos after the cage, but not... We'll see it again in the menagerie, I guess, but it's interesting.
the menagerie à trois.
I like this thing Burnham's wearing because it actually looks... Look, it looks TOS. Just like straight up TOS, oddly enough. It looks like a blue version of... with the skirt, like in the long boots. The only thing in TOS she wouldn't be wearing like the pant underneath. She'd just be wearing leggings or something and showing her panties.
The flowers are a nice touch.
Yeah. And the sound effect's very close to the original
Yeah.
one. That...
See, that's a reasonable update. That's like, yeah, cool.
Yeah. It just looks like it's like, it
You
looks
know exactly
4K
what it is from that episode.
from
too,
that
right?
episode. Yeah, exactly.
Where Spock touches him and he's like, a big smile on his face. I love in the cage, Spock's best line. What do you think it is?
The people. No, what is it?
The women.
The women. It is. I knew it was something like... It was like... The women. I really like this actor's portrayal of Vina, too. I think Vina has a different kind of look to her, but I don't mind. She's cool. The original Vina, I mean.
This I don't know if the director's intention was to create like a dream-like feeling for the entire episode with the
haze and all that, yeah. I think that might have been something to it.
Maybe he was just hazed and confused. Oh. all right. I keep getting older. They stay the same age.
I wish they'd showed the... she goes, in some ways, Captain Pike never left. I wish they'd showed the holographic Pike, like in a a leather, like a leather harness. She like keeps him as a pet, as like a sex pet.
Oh my god.
It is after 10. Come on.
He's like, let me out of here. She's like, you're mine.
the actor's name is Melissa George, and Geek and Review loves her.
Is she, I can't tell what she looks like.
Because of the hate.
Holy shit, man.
You'll see. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
there
good
you go. I
point.
got a good look at her face just then when like it got like okay, there you go. I can see her profile.
Even the transporter effects all hazy. That's weird. I like the water running upwards.
Mm.
That's cool. Obviously it's not there. Yeah, you're right about the Telosians.
She's
should've-
real.
It should have been, she is very real. I can't do it, but you know what I mean. She is very real. See, they took out the... What were they afraid of the butts? They took out the butts.
There's a weird self-conscious nature to how they create this show. It's like
I don't know why you
it
would...
seems like they're embarrassed of certain things.
The butt heads are iconic. Like, that's iconic. And it wouldn't have been laughed at. It would have been cool. You know what I mean? Like, you could do it.
And would it have not been interesting to cast size appropriate actors, which everybody who played those Telosians were
We're
very
small. Yeah, they were
petite,
smaller. Petite. Yeah, it's true.
use the same makeup technique and actually do
Now-
the same practical vein throbbing effect.
Right.
I would have appreciated that so much more. I'm not saying like this redesign is like a shit show. It's just why.
With the Telosians, you do have the one convenience that they could be projecting into Burnham's head different than they projected into Pike's head or whatever, you know? So, like, they can update their look. That's the only convenient, like, headcanon-y thing you can do with them. Son of a Red Shirt's here. Hey, Son of a Red Shirt, if in case you want the timestamp, we're at 16 minutes 43, 44, 45, 46. Let us know if you need a fine-tuning. And Son of a Red Shirt says, Susan Oliver, who played the original Vina, has a documentary about her. I believe it's called The Green Girl, a very interesting career, including setting flight speed records crossing the U.S. Wow. That's very cool.
Yeah, she was an aviator.
That's cool. Compared to the Klingon.
She was very, very, very beautiful. I noticed something about Star Trek. It's the only 60s thing, or the only old, really old TV or movie that has consistently, like, timeless beauty throughout. And not the kind where it's like, okay, it's good for back then. It's like, no, like, they really picked... I'm forgive me, but I'm just talking about the women in this case.
No, it's fine. I think it's the same.
It's like every
the men.
goddamn one of them, like,
Yeah.
are just like could make it in any century. You know what I mean? Like in terms of just fucking sheer beauty. And I don't know. I have a weird appreciation for, but
That's very
it's not like
sweet.
they just cast dumb like pretty faces. I mean, every single one of the almost that I know of, that I'm aware of, were great actors. Like the woman who plays Pulaski,
Diana Muldaur.
the woman who went on to star in Days of Our Lives as Vivian. When I saw her in Star Trek, I was like, "Oh my god, that's Vivian from Days of Our Lives." I used to watch that when I was a kid
That's cool.
because of Marlena's possession by the devil. Actually, a lot of people did watch it just for that reason.
For that.
'Cause it was so
Stefano,
absurd.
Marlena. Yeah, it's true.
Stefano, oh yeah, Stefano Demira died like 100 million times.
Oh, here's
Okay.
where we find out what Burnham did, guys. Finally.
She's like, "Get away from me, you half-breed." Tuh.
She does say
Burnham.
that. Oh my god, that is...
Burnham, you spit on me. Yeah? I'm gonna punch you in the face. You don't get out of my face. I hate...
So, the Red Angel that visits him here, is it Burnham?
This monster stuff is just so silly.
Yeah, it's very J.J. Abrams.
Yeah.
So this establishes something interesting, which is there is the original fate of Burnham was to die at that age.
Yeah.
So she's in a way, if you think of it as, what was that movie where you can't really cheat death?
Final Destination.
Yeah, in a Final Destination way, she keeps escaping death at different points, which is really interesting. But the angel that saves Burnham is Mom. It's not her. That's the confusing part, I think. Burnham doesn't save herself. It's her mom who saves her in that part. Burnham only leaves the signals. So this must be Burnham's mom.
It has to be, yeah.
Because she's the one who has the knowledge of control in the future as well.
He's wearing a COVID mask.
He is wearing a COVID mask. That's crazy. Bye bye, universe. Oh, it's Senator Redshirt's reminding us that all the televisions were played by women, and that they thought that the television makeup was some of the best in Star Trek.
They were all played by the women.
The women! Julie Newmar also did an episode, more famously known as Catwoman on Batman. That's right. Interesting.
Julie Newmar is one of the most beautiful women that ever lived. It's true. Like back in the Batman days when I first started watching Batman, I liked Eartha Kitt and Lee Merriweather from the movie. But yeah, Julie Newmar was just like, fuck, Jesus Christ. Like how do you get that pretty?
I thought they were gonna break up in this season. They kind of do.
They have they give him relationship troubles.
Troubles, yeah, tribbles. I like this jazz music that's playing.
Stamets seems like really awkward when he's trying to get through to him. They don't. I'm sorry, but they don't seem to have as great a chemistry as I think the show wants them to.
Really?
It's like, what moments do you remember distinctly of like joy between two of them? Besides, just talking and brushing their teeth. Same thing with a lot of relationships in Star Trek.
I think they have some moments in season 3 when they're both they become like dads. Like
yes.
instant
Yeah.
dads.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Yes. They seem like a more real couple in season 3
than here.
Well, here they're just like on the verge of like, this is not the time to be fucking kissing and hugging because he's all fucked up. I like how he's like, I love it. I love this. I love it. It's my favorite Wilson Cruz stuff.
He's really good at showing this like angst.
The best Culber moment is coming up in this episode. If anything, this has that.
Geek and Review, Dame Diana Rigg, or is she Lady? She might be Lady Diana Rigg, was indeed beautiful. And I used to watch, she hosted Masterpiece Theater for the longest time as well. And of course, she's Emma Peel on The Avengers, which is one of my favorite shows. And I really love the Uma Thurman portrayal of that character as well in the movie with Ralph Fiennes. But yeah, I think it's Lady Diana. I think she might be Lady Diana Rigg. I'm not sure, but you would know better.
I thought it was okay. Hold on.
And she is beautiful. And I like that story about Julie Newmar.
I did not recognize her in Game of Thrones for the long. I knew who Diana Rigg was. Did not know it was her for the longest time. What was her name? Diana?
I think it's Diane Rigg, but I'm not sure. I think it's Diane. Like Geek wrote it. So
Yeah,
60s Star Trek
that
had a lot of
Diana
beautiful
Rigg.
women. Oh, it is Diana. Okay, and it's Dame. She's a Dame.
Dame, yeah.
Got it.
Look at that Dame. She died in 2020, September 10th. But she's one of the reasons Her Majesty's Secret Service is such an appealing movie because she's actually one of the. I wouldn't even call her a Bond girl. I'd just call her a co-star in that movie. It's like she doesn't fit the mold of Bond girl. To me, is like the ones he throws away. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, sorry. Get back to the episode.
Oh no, I was just thinking
Oh,
about.
is this where they kiss? Ah, damn it! It's like,
They were
they were
talking
when we touch
about-
fingers.
Yeah. They were talking an interesting chat about like
You're yelling into the mic a bit. It's
Oh,
distorted.
sorry.
Sorry.
They
Go
were
ahead.
having like an interesting chat about Section 31 where he's like, why are you working for them? And then Tyler says it's like dedicated people trying to protect the Federation. I've always had a lot of trouble with how prominent Section 31 is in Star Trek after DS9. I don't know why it's so popular or why it's so interesting to people.
Glare haze. I mean, I'm not hating on the glare and the haze. I'm just noticing that it's a deliberate choice throughout the episode. This is the clearest shot yet. This is why I chose that shot of Spock for the thumbnail. I'm like, oh my god, you can see him.
Yeah.
He does really embody the spirit of original Spock. I mean, Quinto did too, but the way he speaks, the matter of fact kind of way, and he has that little bit of like that human element.
Yeah. And he shows a little arrogance. I like it.
And he's funny in the most direct way at points. Like when he criticizes, it's coming up where he criticizes her, and he's like quick replies, very quippy. I love that. It's not about your feelings. Huh? I love his response. Like this is the best writing in some of it. Wow.
Yeah. It's also very meta.
The way they
because-
wrote him is great, I find.
It's also very meta because it continues this interesting thing where over the 3 seasons, Burnham becomes more self-aware. And I think in season 3, it comes to a head finally, where she's free of all this like expectation and stuff like that. And I love how it answers, like, it's also meta because like all these people calling her Mary Sue and blah, blah, blah. And it's like in the show itself, they're even like calling her, flawed and stuff like that, which I liked because it kind of like puts that argument on its head.
I've always fought against. I mean, I know some like people I know who are good friends. I won't name names, but kind of agree with the whole Mary Sue thing with Burnham. I'm like, actually, it's a Mary Sue to me, guy or girl, regardless of gender or whatever. It's somebody who constantly can get up and get the job done and not get killed and avoid every obstacle to a point where it's like ridiculous. An example of this, and I like the movies, don't get me wrong, but John Wick is a fucking Gary Stew, as they call it. Because that dude can overcome anything despite everything that's thrown at him. He should have been dead 10 times over in that trilogy. Like, really. Like, it gets to a point by the end of the third, you're like, okay, this is cartoons. It's not even... I can't even believe any of this. But with Burnham, they do give her obstacles and flaws, and she starts out as a mutineer.
Yeah.
Who fucking everybody ends up hating, and she's
she
all like
almost
suicidal
fails.
and shit.
Yeah, and she fails like a lot too. Yeah, I think she's like the opposite.
I can't remember. Somebody thought this was Tig Notaro.
Oh, really?
I can't remember who it was. Like, why is they were talking about why is Tick in the? I can't. It could have been a YouTuber or somebody.
Hmm.
And I was like, it's not though.
Yeah.
She's the engineer person. And I looked at and I'm seeing the actor now.
Look
I'm
at
like,
it.
yeah, from afar you might mistake the two of them, but
Look how interesting the new ears are. The makeup for the ears. It's like different for Spock. They're like really
well,
big. I think right. The ears.
yeah, how? But in this scene, they're using
An angle, wide angle lens, so it
exaggerated
like
angles.
distorts
They're
it.
also
Yeah.
stretching. They're also doing a
Yeah.
bit of distortion. But yes, the ears are cool. I can't believe like the amount of. I mean, I know they got to put makeup on all actors, but what they have to do with Ethan Peck is like they got to like tape. They got to tape his eyebrows and stuff and like stretch
Mm-hmm.
them so he can't. It's limited movement for him. That's why his
Oop.
from the nose up is very stagnant.
Boom. That was so cool. That was like how I always imagined Vulcans could fight. You know, I mean the Vulcan
Like
martial
really
arts.
quick.
Yeah, but like you can really, no one really did it like that before. Quick and like elegant. Like there's like a grace to that. It was very
Yeah.
cool.
It's like
He's
they've done this. He's done the Sherlock Holmes thing in his head, and
yeah,
the Robert Downey
exactly.
Jr. version where he's calculated exactly what he has to do.
Exactly. That's cool.
This is a great shot of the elevator, by the way. I don't know what it is in this particular shot, but this is a really good shot.
The
You know
elevator.
why they didn't show the outside? That's why. Oh, I love this scene. Fucking
No,
love it. It's one
I
of my
can't.
favorite scenes in the entire
It's really
show.
good. I can't stop seeing the freaking haze now. That's so funny. Like now I see it everywhere.
Yeah.
It's so hilarious that I never noticed that before.
Oh, I love
Dude,
that.
he's so
He
belligerent.
he
Like what the
tosses the
hell?
tray like, let's do this, bitch.
I'm sorry. I
Wilson
didn't
Cruz
expect
is
you
like,
to understand.
I'm sick of your mediocre acting.
Wow. Let's get it on. What is this
Oh
like?
my god, you see this? You see this?
Yeah,
What he's
like what
doing with
is
his
it?
neck? Like he's
That
rubbing his
movement?
neck like
Yeah, like a cutthroat thing. Yeah, it's like crazy.
he's fucked up. Bring out Vok. I'll rip off one of your dicks, motherfucker.
What is this all about? Saru's decision. Do
I
you
love
agree
yeah,
with it?
Saru's
You
great
do?
here. Saru's good.
This must be a lot to
He's like,
play
I want
out.
Saru's basically saying, I want to see this
Oof.
shit.
Yeah, dude, look at this. It looks like a real fight. This is like a
Yes,
good fight. Yeah,
it doesn't look stagey.
stagey. Yeah, this is way better than season one fights. And like the sound is really good too. How you just hear the tussling and the punches and like the rubbing.
The rubbing. Yeah, the sound design is good in it. Yeah.
It is very sexual, this scene, I have to say. Sensual is the word I was looking for. Ash's hair looks good like that. Ash looks really good. Both of them do. Oof.
Oh, why you think he looks good all disheveled?
Yeah, I do actually look. He looks
Uh,
like Prince of Persia.
for, actually, could have
He could have played the Prince of
yeah, he could play
Persia,
instead of Jake Gyllenhaal's.
yeah. Gyllenhaal's.
I don't see this so much sensual as like it's like he's got to let off the steam, and it's almost like when it winds down. I don't know if they realize, but you realize as an audience member that that's kind of therapeutic for them, and maybe it was Saru made the right call by letting them fight it out, even though that's kind of inappropriate. They should have broken it up, but it's great that we saw it.
This is like a post-ganglionic Saru, which
Yeah.
is interesting. He's a little cattier, a little more confident.
He's like, let him fight. Don't forget to use your nails, boys. See, I like, yeah, Pike's pointing it out. See this lens flare thing that's across the screen. Why is that? Why is that? It makes no fucking sense.
I do like that he lays down the law. He's like, I'll overlook it this time, but that was a big no-no. I wouldn't have done that.
Hmm.
Fighting is not a good way to resolve our differences.
Yeah, this episode is better than I remember.
Yeah, I need. Oh, it's
If
good.
memory serves, I didn't. I really was distracted by
The Telosians.
the Telosian aspect, and all of this visual noise that we're seeing in every shot.
Once you get used to it, you can concentrate on this episode. It's not that bad.
I think the exact same episode, the way it's written, and the way it's like storyboarded or whatever, could have been way better. And I don't mean to crap on the director, but in like a better hands, like Jonathan Frakes.
It is surprising that Frakes wouldn't go for this episode, considering that it has like that connection to like I would love to direct the Telosian episode. You know what I mean? Like that would have been cool. Sadly, the Telosian design and a lot of other elements, those are decided by a different level. Like we were talking about. Like
I would have been bummed out as a director if they were
if
like,
you had to.
yeah. By the way, these are what they look like now. I'm like, but that's not what they look like in the cage. Oh no, see, we don't care because that stuff looks stupid to us. I know it's iconic and classic and should be like upheld in the 21st century, and we should pay tribute to it by being as faithful to it as possible. But we don't want to do that. I'm being a dick, but yeah, you know what? Pike's good here. Anson Mount's fucking always good.
It is nice, yeah. He's getting a little hint of what's to come too in his future, which is interesting. Because he'll end up eventually with Vina. I really
what
enjoyed...
I think they're gonna. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I just really enjoyed the filling in of the Pike story, and I'm so glad we're gonna get more of it in Strange New Worlds.
Yeah, I was gonna say about Pike in Strange New Worlds. Giving him, I always imagine like at some point they would do the thing where like the captain's, in a relationship or something or dating someone, and wouldn't it be interesting if they never ever went there with him?
Mm-hmm.
Like they just, what, with this particular character, Pike, the captain, we're not gonna go there at all. We do. They've done it with every captain, right?
Yeah.
But Janeway, you could say, is
kind of didn't.
Was a holographic thing, but I would rather see Spock or Number One's, kind of like see how they deal with relationships.
By the way, they're doing that thing
again. Is Number One married? We don't know.
Yeah, it's true. They're doing that thing again with the where they combine this set with the other set, like a composite, like in that wide shot earlier.
Yeah. That was cool. More of a projection-y thing, though. When
right.
The other one was like an artistic kind of like split screen.
Right.
Like this season, this season makes me so much more excited for Strange New Worlds.
Yeah.
Because what was everybody asking for this whole season?
Strange New Worlds.
You've got to do it. Pike show.
That's an amazing triumph that like a show came to existence because of the response from the Star Trek fan community. Those are Tig Notaro's little guys, right? No, these are the cleaning droids.
Yeah.
What happened to cleaning droids in the original series, PJ? What does your headcanon say? We just never see them, right?
Yeah,
they're just off screen. They're there, but we don't see them.
I'm not one of these people who takes the 60s show literally as like I see it. Like I can add some things in my head, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a great. I think I'm gonna try and show it after this is over. But somebody did a great reinterpretation of the TOS bridge, if updated, but being the exact thing that it was in the
Oh yeah.
TV show. And it's whoever did it was just like, it's brilliant.
Hmm. Here we go.
And all they do is change a few things in the background, like the screens and stuff. It's the exact same set. It's just the screens and certain lights and stuff. You know,
Hit
the
it,
actual
Aaron.
shape of the Enterprise bridge and the layout is. I'm glad they they were faithful to that in Discovery, but it is a reimagining. It's a different size,
Yeah.
and part of that is it's meant for a widescreen.
Screen,
And I
yeah.
always wanted. I would love for Strange New Worlds to be in 16:9, and it would only be the second Star Trek show to ever do so. I actually know the third.
Mm.
Enterprise, Lower Decks. I don't mind this cinematic kind of TV stuff, but you know, I don't have it. I don't have a widescreen TV. Actually, I do, but
It's 16:9.
you know what I mean. It's like when we convert it to 16:9, shows convert it to 16:9. You know, like when the TVs became popular,
Mm-hmm.
and then they're like, okay, we missed those black bars in the top and bottom. And I know it's all about framing and you know, like you get certain effects with different aspect ratios. But why not do 16:9? Why not have a show that's full screen? What's wrong with that? You can film it in a way where you could have it be wider later if you wanted to. You know what I
Maybe,
mean?
yeah.
Because that's what they did with shows in the 90s when they filmed it on 35 millimeter film. They would. X-Files is an example of that, where they were conscious about the full frame, you know what I mean, and how it would be cropped for TV.
Yeah, totally. This is like Ash being framed by evil Arium.
Yeah. Poor Fire. This is the only time I feel bad for him,
Yeah, it's true.
because it's like, oh shit, I can understand Pike, like, fucking not believing him at all,
Yeah.
because he's shown over and over again that he just doesn't like him, even after what they've been through, like that adventure together, and it still didn't. They touched fingers and all that, and I can't remember when they kiss and make up.
I think it's later, when all the way down on the planet, I think, where the Red Angel appears, maybe. Or it might be in the, I'm not sure. They do have a point though where they make up.
How do you show a thing is evil? Put red in its eyes somehow.
It's a little weird that the Telosians demand her memories.
It gives us sexual pleasure. It's the only way we get off. Live.
It kind of might be.
It could be. Yes, it could be very
Yeah.
They
They're-
don't do anything sexually. I mean, I don't know how they procreate, but
They can't
live-
remember.
they
That's the
live-
problem.
they live through human emotions and stuff.
Yeah.
Or wherever
Remember, they
have
can't
that.
procreate. That's why they're looking for suitable specimens to meld with or whatever.
Yeah. The editing, I appreciate the editing in this scene. Not necessarily the distortion effect that they do, which is cheap. Like, you know what would be more effective? If you just filmed it and presented it as that kind of like visual trickery that they're doing here, but without the like stretchy heads. Like, that is so unnecessary. It would have been
like
just
that-
as effective.
Yeah, I agree. I like that young Burnham and regular age Burnham, they look alike and they like kind of act similar too.
I don't
You
think
could
they look
tell-
I don't think they look that much alike.
Really? I feel like she could grow up to be Sonequa.
I think the kid Spock looks believable as a young Ethan Peck with like fuller cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
I can see the young Burnham like she could play Sonequa's daughter or something, but in terms
Mm-hmm.
of looking a lot like, it's all in the. I think it's all in the eyes. I think the kid Spock has similar eyes to adult Spock. Okay, I see where you're saying now. Like that little cut, the
Mm-hmm.
young Burnham sounds like the older Burnham.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see how that kid looks like a little Ethan Peck?
Yeah.
This is very. I like this. This is well edited. Uh,
There we go.
oh, sorry. I had to catch my breath. I was caught in a vision.
A primitive tactic, but logical.
She's thinking it's all about her. I love
Mm-hmm.
how he sets her straight just now. Just watch. It's so good. And I feel bad for Burnham because she does really fucking care. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
She
yeah.
cares too much sometimes.
I'm grateful. Your words showed me how damaging my humanity could be. That's sad.
You're beautiful.
You're beautiful.
It's true.
Lumberjack Spock. I fully submerged in logic except for that one time I was laughing and smiling at Pike.
Hmm.
No, but
Doesn't he tell her that it wasn't you, it was me that they were after? Or am I missing something?
yeah, I think so.
Ah, I love it. Do not attempt to psychoanalyze me. They should bring the beard back for Strange New Worlds.
I hope not.
What I think I wouldn't mind if there was a period where just Spock had a beard for fucking like 5 years, and he's like, screw this, it's scratchy.
Vina's like, this is getting
It sets
awkward
it sets him apart from
from Leonard Nimoy.
and yeah. But the voice and the inflection and the lines.
I love that they're angled. Like in the original series when the ships warped, they were at that angle. Do you remember?
Oh,
And I
really?
love that I love that they're traveling. Like, yeah, when the Enterprise flies at the screen in the opening credits of the original series, she's at an angle like that.
Okay.
And
Oh,
I love that
yes,
they
yes,
yeah,
yes.
and I love
yeah.
that they did that in that shot. Like both of the ships were angled, so it's like it suggests that at warp they go at that angle, which is cool.
That's yeah.
I think it's the only time they ever do it though. Oh, this is crazy that they were like stuck, like technically between the two transporters.
Mm.
He's a bitch.
It's like disengage your transporter beam. Come on.
There's always enough time for a ethereal like being visiting you. Let your friends go.
Diana Rigg came to prominence playing the character of Emma Peel across from Patrick
McNee.
McNee's John Steed. Oh, what?
Yeah, Patrick McNee, if you're old enough to remember, was on the original Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, okay. Is he that gray-haired dude?
Yeah, I think he's who does he play? He plays He doesn't play Baltar. I forget who he plays.
He's got a big face.
Yeah, he does have a big face. Wrong, buddy.
Do not move. Every bad guy has a voice like this.
Oh, really? Giorgio knows. I love it. She's like, she can always detect holograms. She just has to blink at them. Goodbye, Spock. Oh, yeah.
Oh no, they didn't.
Oh, I'm getting a little emotional. I like this.
Reunited and it
It
feels
feels
so
so
good.
good. He just smiled. See? Is that a
That
smile?
that
I saw on your
eyebrow
face?
thing he did
Yeah.
was like very painful for him.
Spock seemed to be able to do it really easily.
Yeah, but Leonard Nimoy didn't have. I don't know why they have to do this with him, like the whole like stretching his.
His
They-
face.
Actually, I think they want to make it look more like the skin is going up that way as opposed to just painting.
I'm a little upset that he doesn't wear eye makeup like Leonard Nimoy did. Although it was really good and subtle with Leonard Nimoy.
Oh God, that's
Yeah,
not accurate. That's not
yeah.
accurate.
In the he says galaxy though.
I know, but even in the galaxy, that's not the case. Unless they're redefining what
Sentient life, yeah.
is. Yeah. It's the only problem I have is when they put like illogical things in the words of Spock and illogical words in the mouth of Spock. Illogical things. Me no talk good.
He does kind of do that later, like where he's like, if I were human, which I'm not, I would say go to hell, or like the contrary thing.
Oh yeah. They try to do that in here when he says like I like science and it comes across as like yeah okay. That's memorable though. That's like a famous
Yeah.
thing now where he's
It's a meme.
it's a meme, yeah. And the episode is over.
And the episode is over. It's a bit weird when you think about it that every member of the same race has the eyebrow mannerism.
I think it's just Spock. I don't. Does anybody else do the eyebrow thing?
Oh, the next one is Project Daedalus. Are we doing that tomorrow or today?
I'm gonna have to do it tomorrow.
Tomorrow, Blue.
And
do Project
I'm just
Daedalus.
gonna share this
Oh, yeah.
CGI replacement thing.
Oh, let me see this. Yeah, it's cool. You forgot the sound? Oh my gosh.
No,
what
you don't
is
need the
this?
sound.
This is
It's
crazy.
It's just a visual thing.
This is nuts. So they took the characters out of...
That's the background. They show you how to do it.
Oh, wow.
and they
It's
they
interesting. So it
it's
looks
just
a lot like,
it's just
like-
updating it visually. That's all.
but
We're
it's updating
keeping it real.
It's updating it to like in between TOS and the original, the motion picture, the aesthetic. I like that. That's very
Yeah.
cool. That's like what the animated series may have looked like, or something, or a little after the animated series. Very cool.
Indeed.
This was tons of fun. I really enjoyed watching this episode with you, PJ, and it was cool to have folks in the audience. Thank you, Son of a Red Shirt and Geek and Blue.
Yes, thank you everyone for joining us. And man, we're more than halfway through all of the episodes of Discovery so far.
Yeah, totally. We're halfway there.
40. Wait, this is the 23rd of 42 episodes.
Dang.
This was the 23rd. So yeah, we're halfway there, folks. Will you join us and go all the way?
Will you take my hand?
All right, folks. Thank you. Until next time, live long
See you later. Bye.
and prosper.